Most women over 40 are not stuck because they are lazy. They are stuck because they were taught the wrong thing and nobody ever came back to correct it. So now you have women doing exactly what they were told to do, and their body is just not responding. And they're starting to believe that something is wrong with them. But the truth is, something is wrong with what you were taught. Now, before we go any further, I want you to go to fitonpurposetraining.com, download my free cheat sheet. That is where I show you what to eat and how to move. Trust me, it'll change your life. Because if your foundation is off, nothing I say in this video will stick. But that cheat sheet will show you exactly what to eat, exactly how to move, and how to structure your day so your body actually responds. Now let's go ahead and expose. You were taught to eat less and to move more. So you cut your food and you added more cardio, not strength, but cardio. You were told to snack to keep your metabolism going, so you started eating all day long without even realizing you never gave your body a break to metabolize the food that you gave it. You were told to stay consistent, but nobody defined what consistency actually looks like for you. So you became consistently inconsistent. And now you are over 40 doing everything you think is right, and your body's not responding the way it used to. And that is not your body betraying you. That is misinformation catching up with you in real time. You see, Hosea 4:6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge," not lack of effort, not lack of desire, but lack of knowledge. And that is exactly what is happening right now. You have effort, but it is built on the wrong understanding. So now your body has changed. Hormones have shifted. Recovery is different. Stress hits differently. And instead of adjusting your approach, you double down on what you were taught way back in your 20s and way back in your 30s. Same effort, different body, no results. And instead of questioning the strategy, you start questioning yourself. That's the trap. Let me say something clearly. Your body is not confused. Your body is not broken. Your body is responding exactly to the inputs that you are giving. The problem is those inputs are outdated, inconsistent, and misaligned with where you are right. Ecclesiastes 10:10 says, "If the iron is blunt and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength. But wisdom brings success." That means you can keep working harder or you can work wiser. And most women are exhausted because they are working harder instead of getting sharp. So let me give you something you have probably never been told to. And this is where it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable. For the next 72 hours, I want you to remove decision making from your life when it comes to your body. Not reduce it, remove. You are not asking yourself what you feel like eating. You are not deciding if you are going to work out. You are not negotiating with your schedule. You are operating on pre-decided structure. You decide your meals the night before and you eat them exactly as you plan. You schedule your movement like an appointment and you execute it whether you feel like it or not. You go to sleep at a set time even if your mind wants stimulation. Why? Because most of your inconsistency is not a discipline problem. It is a decision fatigue problem. You are making too many decisions all day long. And by the time it's time to do what actually matters, you are mentally depleted and your default is comfort. That is not your body failing, that is your system draining. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not to your own understanding." That's your intellect, your emotions, and your opinions. You see, most of you are leaning on your feelings, on your cravings, on your mood, and your daily circumstances to determine your actions. And your body is reflecting that instability. So listen, for 72 hours, you stop asking how you feel and you start executing what you already decided to do. That alone will expose more about your habits than anything. And then here is the second thing. I want you to audit your environment, not your effort. Stop asking what you are doing wrong and start asking what is around you that is making this harder than it needs to be. What food is in your house that does not align with your goals? What time are you going to bed? And what are you doing right before you go to bed? What are you watching? What are you scrolling? What are you listening to that's keeping you in a cycle of distraction and delay? You see, your environment is either supporting your discipline or it's sabotaging it. There's no middle ground. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." You cannot renew your mind while surrounding yourself with the same patterns that keep you And then the third thing, I want you to stop measuring effort and start measuring obedience, because a lot of you feel like you're doing a lot, but you're not doing what actually matters. You're active, but you are not aligned. You are busy, but you're not productive. Obedience is doing what is required, not what is convenient. And when you start measuring your day by obedience instead of effort, everything changes. If you go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and 40, it says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." Not emotionally, not randomly, but in order, because your body responds to order. And most of you are living in disorder and expecting a structured result. It doesn't work like that. So here's the real question. Do you want truth or do you want comfort? Because truth requires adjustment. Comfort keeps you stuck. And that is exactly what I do. I help high-performing women over the age of 40 rebuild their approach to so that their body actually responds again like it used to in your 20s and 30s. But it doesn't happen with more information. But this happens with structure that works in real life. And if your body has stopped responding, this is where you start. In 7 days, I help women over 40 drop inflammation, water weight, fat weight, and regain control of their appetite, reset their discipline, and finally feel like their body is responding again. So if you go to fitonpurposetraining.com, I want you to first download the free Jumpstart cheat sheet and follow. Then I want you to go to fitonpurposetraining.com/detox and start the 7-day reset. And if you are really ready for structure, accountability, and a full-blown transformation, apply for coaching with me. And if this hits you, I want you to subscribe, because I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to correct what has been keeping you stuck. And once that is corrected, everything changes. All right, you have all the information you need to go to my description. It has everything, just in case you don't remember all of this. And let's get started immediately. All right, I love you. God bless you, and I'll see you.